I'm Ken Colmone of Colmone Percussion Drum Studios in Saratoga Springs, Eagle Mountain, and Lehi, Utah. We're glad that you decided to check out part 8 of this video series we've produced to help parents like you of aspiring drum students. This video answers the question, which teaching method best suits my students' learning needs? Now, generally speaking, I would say there are about 5 learning methods, the last of which I think is the best by far. Number 1, self-teaching. Some parents feel that all they need to do is just go buy a drum set, give it to their son or daughter, and the student can figure out how to do it on their own. As you can imagine, the success probability rate of that method is about 1%. Method 2 might be to supplement that with some instructional videos that you might find online, on YouTube for instance. Or you might purchase a DVD set. That might work to some extent, but with the student not having someone there watching the student as he's making mistakes and correcting him or her, all that will happen is that they will develop bad habits. And trying to change bad habits is even more difficult than trying to learn it the right way the first time. The third method might involve also the student's peer that perhaps has already learned how to play drums a little bit. Now, as you can imagine, this might be to some extent like the blind leading the blind, and is not likely to wind up in your student doing exceedingly well, when both of the students probably need an experienced teacher. The fourth method might involve hiring an inexperienced drum or percussion teacher that might not know the proper way to teach, the right order, or that only has the students work on the little things that drummers do called rudiments. There's 40 of these that drummers need to know, and to a young person that's kind of like eating a plate of cold peas. So if you want to totally discourage your student who has visions of playing a drum set on stage under the lights with the crowd out there cheering for him or her, just try to get them to do 40 rudiments before you say you can touch a drum set. They'll never get to it. So you've got to know how to teach the rudiments, which I do teach, in an effective way that helps them not become discouraged or bored. And lastly, the most important and effective way is to hire an experienced drum teacher to teach private lessons, to keep an eye on your student, to make sure that they're not developing bad habits, to make sure that they learn a balanced approach to playing the drums and percussion, and to ensure that they're doing things in the proper order. We invite you to watch our next video, which will answer more of the 20 questions we originally listed in part 1 of this video series for parents of aspiring drum students. However, if you live in our northern Utah County service area and would like to speak with me to get answers to specific questions as soon as possible, feel free to call me, Ken Colmone, at 801-768-0708, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. We look forward to being of service to you. Thanks for watching.